being thankful and being gracious actually costs nothing. It's a form, it's the ultimate form of just generosity towards yourself, to be gracious for the things that you have done for you and the things that people have done for you. There's a lot going on right now in the country. There's a lot in the world, but there's never been a time where there's never been not a lot of stuff going on all at once. And so if you allow outside influences to always influence you, you never get to appreciate what's inside of you. You never get to see and experience the things that are right there, that are right in front of you. And you miss out on those parts of your life because you're choosing to reflect on something that you have no control over anyways. Gratitude, thankfulness, graciousness, all of that's within your control. You get to determine what that is. You get to determine how you feel about it. You get to focus on that one thing that, I'm really grateful for. Like, stop and ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? Like, for real, when's the last time you did that? When's the last time you had time to do that? When's the last time you had the brain power to just appreciate something? Or are you always in a constant mode of survival? It's time for you to come out of that survival mode. It's time for you to thrive. Your thriving life is waiting on you, but you're not going to get it till you learn how to be gracious.
What am I grateful for now? I'm grateful that I'm living, that I'm actually living, that I'm still out here breathing. Oh, okay. I didn't know I was talking.
No, you good. You can look straight ahead. It's gonna.
And because I went through what I went through this year, especially. So at this moment, I'm grateful that I'm actually living. I'm grateful that I have children, grandchildren, and that I'm still able to get on the bag and do maybe 6 rounds if I want to. I'm still able to walk around. I'm still able to breathe fresh air. Everything else, money, all of that stuff, that don't mean much. But the fact that I'm able to live, do what I'm able to do, be what I want to be, and, through having this, and I'll show it to the camera, through this.
Can you explain what that is?
I have chronic kidney disease. And that tube that you saw on my stomach, I use it for dialysis every night. It happened over the summer. I'm 57 years old. It came from high blood pressure. So for those of you out here messing around with blood pressure, don't do it. You don't feel it coming, but it just comes up on you out of nowhere. And one day I couldn't breathe hardly. I couldn't even get around. I just started throwing up, didn't stop. And when I went to the hospital, that's what they told me. So I'm on the list to get a transplant now. And, after sitting in the hospital for that amount of time, you got time to reflect. And it's not easy. When you sit on that machine every night on dialysis, it's not easy. Believe me, it ain't. I can't tell you the things that go through my mind. I can't tell you what I'm thinking. I feel like I'm punished some days. But, I had a friend of mine that sent me a song. And in that song, it said, in life, there's a rainbow behind the cloud. And you got to believe it. So, stay focused, people. That's what I say. Take care of your health. Because that's what's going to keep you here. And enjoy life. Find the good in life. The peace. Instead of all of this, I'm a bad this, I'm a bad that, or whatever. I boxed 22 years. I don't walk around with an S on my chest or like I'm a badass, but I know how to protect myself even in my worst. You ain't got to do that. There's nothing wrong with being cool with you. There's nothing wrong with supporting somebody. Nothing wrong with shaking somebody's hand.
And see, if you can be gracious when you have nothing, imagine what you can be when you get everything you've ever wanted. And here's another thing. Everything that you've ever wanted, everything that you've ever desired that you now have, at one point you didn't have it. And now that you have it, now what?
So what are you grateful for this year, Scotty?
I'm grateful for life, family, friends, and all the things that I've outcome, growth-wise, and just keep going in general.
And so what are some of the things that you have been dealing with this year that you may not have been grateful for at the beginning of the year, but you're grateful for now?
Basically, the people that surround me, and I got some good people around me, and that's who I'm grateful for and I appreciate.
There's a song by Heavy D, and the lyrics go something like, now that we found love, what are we going to do with it? That song means so much more to me as an adult, right? Because as an adult, I get it. As a kid, I was like, well, you found love. What do you mean, what do you do with it? You won. But you've chased for love for so long, and now you have it. Now, what are you going to do with it? Be gracious for it. Because at one point, you wanted that love. You desired that love. Yeah, sometimes that love gets on your nerves. Sometimes it doesn't agree with you, but it's the love that you wanted and the love that was sent to you because you worked for it.
There's enough killing out here. There's enough shooting. There's enough of all of that out here. So stay focused, people. Stay focused.
I really appreciate you sharing that. Thank you, brother. If you could go back and talk to your younger self, something that your younger self may not have realized that was that precious, that you might have taken for granted, and now you're like, dang, I wish I could have.
Chasing women. Nah, people laugh at that, but really, chasing women. Chasing women, going from woman to girl to girl, and all of that. And when in my first marriage, not being faithful, and yeah, that really takes a toll on your soul. And we don't even know it. You don't know it until you get in a position like where nothing's around you, and you start thinking of the things you've done and the people you've hurt and the lies you told just to keep your fetish. That's what I call it. It's a fetish we had going. So that was my main thing, and not overthinking too much. You know, that's what I would do.
Be gracious for it. Be thankful for it. Because we're only here for a short amount of time. We're only here for a blip. So in that blip, I want to accomplish as much as I can. And I also want to be as gracious as I can. There's things that I wish that I could do differently because I did not appreciate them when I had them. And now they're no longer here. Friends, relatives, loved ones. Sometimes we take those things in our lives for granted because we think we have time to go see it again. Go see them again. Go pick up the phone and talk to them again. We don't.
I feel like in life, a lot of people don't self-reflect. People don't appreciate their loved ones. People do not appreciate their time. And people don't care about their health. And those are the things that people don't care about. But we all pass in time, but it's good to self-reflect and really work on those things that you always overlook.
We only have right now. We are a prisoner of the present. Remembering the past, never being able to go back to it, and thinking of the future, never being able to go to it. We are the prisoners of the present. Or we are gracious recipients of the present because the present sets up the future. So everything I have in my life, I'm grateful for because at one point I didn't have it. And it's important to remember that at one point you wanted what you have now. And don't get so focused on what you don't have that you miss out on what you do. Don't chase the one when you have 99. Don't focus on, I gotta go get this one over here. You do, but don't forget about the 99 you got back there. Be appreciative, always, and be gracious, always. It costs you nothing. Until next time, be grateful and stay motivated.
Keep your mind in control. Keep your mind in control. Keep your mind in control.